Being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I have in Mr. Ship today to talk about a couple of the top stories that we're following, and the first thing that we want to talk about is some new precedent that has been set, and this is regarding rap videos being used as evidence at trial. And this is such an important issue because, of course, we've been covering the YSL trial where rap music has been admitted, lyrics have been admitted as evidence. Okay, so Jamara, we're talking about this case where essentially this murder conviction was overturned. A Georgia inmate was convicted 2 years ago of murdering a nightclub security guard, and the conviction was just overturned today because the highest court in the state of Georgia ruled that a rap music video showing him waving a handgun should not have been played for the jury. What's your big takeaway here with this case?
I think that it's very indicative of a shift by the Supreme Court in looking at, some of these extrinsic evidence that is being presented by some of these prosecutors regarding the guilt or innocence of some of these defendants. So just a quick recap, we have a video that shows that, this guy is brandishing a firearm in a music video, a rap video, and because of that, the Georgia Supreme Court found that it was more prejudicial, meaning that it was more harmful to his case than it was probative, which means that it was more harmful than giving information to the jurors. And I think that that's the right shift. Using this video, it only just kind of gave propensity evidence to the jurors to kind of paint this picture like, hey, this guy is known for using a gun, so therefore he has the propensity to use a firearm in murdering this security guard.
Yeah, and one of the things that we just want to make clear is that propensity evidence, is not admissible in court as a general rule, and propensity evidence, essentially just trying to explain for the viewers, is evidence meant to show, oh, well, this guy has a propensity to do this sort of behavior, violent behavior, let's say, or wave a gun around or whatever, and therefore he must be guilty in this particular instance. Is that right?
That is correct. One way that a lot of prosecutorial offices get by that is by using what is called a 404B motion, which just shows that a person has prior bad acts. And in theory, it's not supposed to be a propensity act or a way to show that this person has a propensity, but that's exactly what it does. However, in this case, they were just alleging that he had a gun in this video, and therefore that's how they were able to identify him. And they had so many other ways to identify this guy. So using this, 30-second clip of this guy brandishing a gun in a rap video clearly was beyond the bounds of whether it was actual relevant evidence or not.
Okay, so let's take it back to the YSL case, which I need to add is dark today, and court is essentially on a break, or I should say the jury's on a break, because the court is going to hear some different motions until court, the testimony resumes. But why is this so important, this finding by the state's highest court that, it was improper to use this music video?
So it's very important because YSL is basically a case about rappers choosing to rap, and the state alleges that they rapped about the crimes that they committed. The defense is saying that, no, these are not raps about the crimes that they committed. In fact, they didn't commit any crimes. These are just raps about what they witnessed day-to-day life, or even what they have seen growing up in that neighborhood. So by using these lyrics, using these videos, using all of these songs to try and paint this picture that YSL is a street gang by the district attorney's office, they're saying that all of this should be relevant and we should be able to introduce this. The Georgia Supreme Court has said, again, it can be admitted, but it has to be more probative than prejudicial. And I think that there is a great argument that many of the lyrics of YSL songs are more prejudicial than they are probative.
Yeah, and a lot of people definitely agree with you. And, one of the things that was interesting in this case is that the video was filmed in early 2019, and the murder happened months after that. So I just wonder how much the timeline might play in when we're looking at cases like YSL, if at all?
I think it's fact specific, based on what the state is trying to do when they introduce these things. In that particular case, the one that was just overturned, the state was alleging that, hey, we needed to use this to identify the person. But there were multiple other ways to identify him. Nobody was saying that he wasn't there. I mean, I believe I read even this defendant and acknowledged that he was there. So you have these acknowledgments of being on the scene, being at the scene of the crime, quote unquote, and then you introduce this evidence to say, oh, okay, well, this is how we identified him. It plays into, yeah, you're just doing this to try and say that he has a propensity to do these things.
Well, but here's one other question that I just thought of. I mean, the Judge Glanville for the YSL case already ruled that the lyrics would be admissible, and so we've already heard some of these lyrics be shared with the viewers and, I'm sorry, the jurors, I should say, and the viewers, because, you know, we stream it. But because of that, is it too late, really, for this particular case to have precedent, or is it something that would maybe, if anything, play a role on appeal, but not during the initial trial?
I think that it would play a great role on appeal. It's kind of too late to put the toothpaste back in the container at this point. I mean, the jurors have already heard it. I'm sure that there will be renewed motions for mistrial based on this case law. But again, it's probably one of those things that they're going to have to take up on appeal. And depending on just how it was used, they might be successful on appeal if they get a guilty verdict.
Okay, I have another question for you, and this has to do with another case that we're following. So we're following the latest involving the.
All right. So, bro, who was paying attention? Who in here tapped the like button? Who was paying attention? Who's paying attention? Propensity? So, bro, we literally have a case and a precedent that's been established that kind of just wipes out all of the state's evidence against YSL in the Young Thug trial. Y'all do know that, right? Now, I had to go back and check this out, right? Because I wanted to see exactly, you know. So, basically, since this judge didn't already, so what's going to happen is, y'all, that case just changed the law. So now that this judge didn't move forward and did what he did, this case been overturned because of this information was used improperly against a suspect, right? Yo, essentially, I mean, it's almost like the YSL trial should be stopped, bro, because they basing it on all lyrics and video. So if you can't use something to establish that a person is a criminal, and you're using it to say they're telling you that they are a criminal, and therefore you should pay attention and take heed that they are committing some of the crimes they're accused of today. You can't use lyrics of music videos in that way. I'm confused. Yo, is anybody out there? Tap the like button, type something in the chat. I can't see y'all. Put a 1 or something. I ain't seen nobody type in the chat the whole time except Nanny. What's up? So, well, I get it. So, I don't see. It's almost like all of this happened for a reason, y'all. All these cases. Because 2 years ago when that dude was catching that time, if he'd been locked up for 2 years, this case was just coming out. So that lawyer was already rocking and rolling and trying to get that case overturned. So now case law will state that technically no music video should be brought in to establish the character of the suspect. Salute. All right, salute. The real big knot. What? Richard Giles Feek. Okay, got a couple people in here. Tap the like button for me. I appreciate that. Nah, real rap though. Listen, this is important, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. The Fonnie Willis stuff, I don't think that's really that important. I don't think that's pertinent to the Thug trial nowhere near as much as this actual situation. Now, when I first heard it, I ain't know what to think of it. Now, when I hear it from this aspect, I got a better understanding. Really? That's what we doing? So, I think that's actually important. So, think about this case. I want you to think about, if you're watching this on a playback, just tell me what you think about this in the comments. If you were to erase all of the music videos, lyrics, like, well, I guess text messages and stuff like that still gonna be kept in. Phone messages and stuff. But any art, because we all, they was pressing against, being able to art on trial. They was considering the rap to be art, right? And you shouldn't be taking a trial for your art. Well, most people aren't taking a trial for their art. They got people that do all types of art, When you include all different forms of art, man, people doing some crazy art that technically, if you want to lock somebody up for what they writing or saying out their mouth, man, I mean, you need to go get Hollywood. You understand? So, that case with that music video with the dude brandishing the firearm and then being charged for murder and them using the music video to try to get him convicted, well, that case got overturned. More than likely, he gonna go back to court. I don't know how much evidence they had in that original case, but technically, if they take it back to court, he very well could get found guilty again, but they just can't use the evidence of the music video. Now, if they need to use music video evidence, I'm gonna have to say that's a little bit of a reach in itself. Because if you guilty of something, I don't need to show nobody no music video. I got evidence that you did the crime. I don't need to show them your character. Nah, yo's guilty of this crime. I don't really need to get into, trying to scare the jury into making it out like you're worse than you are. Nah, just look at the crime that he did and sure enough give him that time. I don't want you to think he's some type of, wild goon out of the streets of, nah, that we don't need all that. Nah, he committed this murder right here. You understand? So that's my theory on it. So this kind of proves that they've been getting people locked up on the strength of visual aids, music videos, pictures from Instagram, lyrics, quotes from social media, stuff that you didn't type. They didn't use all these things to incriminate people, but I mean, moving forward, this gonna change the way the court process work for rappers, y'all. Yeah, you can't sell to the jury that I'm a gangster just because I was in a rap video acting like a gangster. You get it? I was acting, so they just established that these boys is acting at least. Just because he was in a music video looking a certain type of way, that doesn't mean his real life, quote unquote, character would portray the same image or actually commit any crimes that match with the character in the music video or said entertainment piece, whatever it be, whether it was a skit, a movie, a music video, whatever. So that's similar to saying, Al Pacino is a drug dealer because he was in Scarface. You can't do that because you assume that the boy might have some coke on him because he played Scarface at one time. That's crazy. So you play this in court to say Holmes is a killer because he waved a gun in a music video acting. Because technically it is acting. And technically, most people in music videos with guns aren't shooters. I'm trying to show it to make it out like this guy, look at him, he's a shooter. Nah, people want attention. Just like the U.S. Army, people with guns get attention. They got commercials with Army people in it. They got guns. Even video game commercials got guns. Everybody use guns to sell, man. Stop. Even the Republicans. But this is gonna have an effect on Thug trial. Now they talking about appeal. I ain't gonna lie. To go through this type of trial and had to appeal. That's crazy. I'm gonna keep it real. Tap the like button for me, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. That's crazy. To go through this type of case right here, at the end of this, they not taking this back to trial. There's no way. So all right, let me ask y'all something. What have they shown so far in this trial that line up with the same evidence that they, just threw out, that just created this precedent? We got all lyrics. We got some music. We got video footage, music video. So do y'all think the evidence has been shown so far that could put this case into the same situation? Let me know. Y'all let me know. Has there been any evidence so far presented that could make this case fall underneath of this precedent? Because, if that's the case, Brian Steele already done filed a motion. So he feel like it has. It already fell underneath of it. I would feel a little bit better about this YSL trial, yo, if Fannie actually came through with more gang RICOs, like she said. I would take it more serious, because I was feeling like they was not playing down there. Like it was a whole bunch of ruckus, and they was about to get it in order. Now that I see how they doing, this look like so much of a show to me, y'all. This looked like a big show, especially with the little side smoke that's going on with the the scandal, with the Fonnie Willis scandal, with the Trump and the D Wade, man. Judge keep taking breaks. I don't know what to think. We got brawls breaking out at Six Flags. Man, y'all tell me what y'all think. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you're watching this on the playback. You would have thought it would have ended once YFN Lucci got his deal. I'm still shaky about the YFN Lucci deal. I still feel a little bit of some type of way about that deal, bro. Respectfully. Like it seemed like we go in and out of, yo, money makes things happen versus it doesn't. So like say for instance, in the Lucci situation, looked like the money play came through. Pay for your lawyer, and technically things gonna go in your favor. Well, in the Thug trial, looks like we watching the show, because we watching the money be stretched out. We watching Brian Steele and them go through just all these countless hours of stage time, when in the Lucci case just went straight through the process. I'm kind of confused at that. Like, how did Lucci case go straight through the process like that? With more, some might argue that Lucci looked a little bit more guilty. Some might argue that, right? I mean, we all felt like, whoa, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say we all felt like that. I don't know how y'all felt. But the overall opinion was Lucci's situation looked like he could very well easily go down, being as though the way some of the events played out in the Lucci story, right? Let's say that. Let's say Thug's situation looked a little bit more promising in comparison, if you ask me. Now, I thought it was weird that nobody was considered to be at the top of Lucci's RICO. Like, Lucci made out and a couple other guys went down. But what happened to the whole RICO? Like we treated it like it was a murder trial, right? And he just beat the body type thing. But it was a RICO. So he just copped out. I don't know. That just looked like fish fillet over there, man. Half a slice of cheese on it. Straight up. Yo, even listening to the interview yesterday, Thug seems too gullible to be the head of a criminal organization. And where's the money for this RICO? Yeah, Dell. Good question. Good question. Yo, all right, y'all want me to summarize it? Well, essentially what we see is this RICO is them boys is clowns. Thug got a whole bunch of crash dummies. They ain't find no whole bunch of work. These boys ain't super eating, or they would have been a lot of confiscating going on. Straight up. We talking about confiscated cars and property. Is Thug the only one with property and cars, y'all? I'ma have to respectfully say this ain't no RICO. Flat out. Flat out. Straight up. Bro, I know what RICOs look like. That's the minimum. If you know we young black males and we getting we out here in the streets. Minimum, if we eating, we got some cars and some you know what I mean, some homes. If we eating. And you mean to tell me the law ain't get that? They don't want that? So to be honest, I'm with you. I don't think this no RICO, bro. These boys kind of light. These boys look like some old. What happened to all them Acres Thug bought just before his RICO popped up? I'm starting to think that was a play. Like, is that even real, bro? Or we just listening to what some people say. You feel me? Buying acres. He might have sold that if he did by now. Respectfully, I would want him to have it. Like, I ain't mad that he got it. Technically, I want the boy to have the land. I wish, you mean? Something ain't right. He said too much in that interview, y'all. His big homie, well, Bean ain't his official. Yeah, he is, technically. So if Bean no Thug father and Bean was that cooperational with the police and was been cooperational, what's up with Thug father? Thug father been in and out the joint. He got a record, don't he? He ain't a squeaky clean type of guy, is he? That's crazy. Big Jeff Rowe. All right, y'all want to go back into it? All right, let's get back into it, y'all. Matter of fact, that day with Bing, this situation with the flying car. Who think Bing and Thug is both telling? I know. It sounds crazy. Like what? I said that wrong. I said that wrong. I said that wrong, y'all. Check it out. Tap the like button, y'all. We can't get 50 likes on it. Come on, what y'all know? You in here with a real human, yo. This ain't those corny channels, bro, that be covering the news and just, you know what I mean? Salute to everybody in here. Straight up. Nah, this is a real question. I ain't trolling or nothing. I ain't joking, Thug, or nothing. Listen. All right, let me put it together why I'm saying what I'm saying. All right, we seen the dead docket. Who familiar with the dead docket? They tried players, y'all. They took us off for a week so we wasn't on point. I gotta bring us all the way back because they tricked us. We wasn't gonna be on point. We almost forgot about that dead docket, didn't we? We almost forgot, bro. They think they slick. That was bad, bro. Yo, they just told us that it's a whole slew of giant rats walking around on 2 feet in our communities, bro, on dead dockets. The joint say no process. Yo, I almost technically, I should just start going in the courtroom. And when they say no process, just say dead docket. Like, bro, seriously, bro. Like, people need to understand. Yo, I'm telling you, y'all forgot what I told y'all the other day. Yo, we need to start pulling up dudes' paperwork and really checking to see if they got charges that don't make sense. They got bust down. Now, is some dudes gonna get caught in the loop because they really they made out in court, but we still need to put that fire on them? Yeah, seriously. Some of y'all don't get it. Yo, the Bean situation just exposed a new level of telling. Like, it got into the inner workings of how the details work to cover somebody's tail. And that boy bold enough and got up on the stand. And that boy still live in Atlanta. What is going on in Atlanta? Hey, yo, where my ATL is at, man? Where them ATL is? Come on, man. Yo. All right. Thug father, Bing, Tick, Thug, Gunna. I mean, where you want me to go? Rollo, T.I.? It's looking crazy down there in Atlanta. Gucci lied about bodying niggas. Jeezy is from goddamn who knows where. Yo, what is this place? What is this place? Damn. Yo, tap the like button. Get me to 50. I know for a fact T.I. got stupid amounts of audio not on paperwork. Oh, 808, you wasn't around when we went through that? You wasn't here? Audio? Nah, 808. I found the paperwork. Holmes ain't right. I found enough paperwork to establish Holmes is not right. Bro. 808. Nah, bro. No. I forget exactly what it was. Yeah, this was a minute ago, 808. I don't know where you was at. This was a minute. But look, check this out. When we went through the paperwork, I heavy-handedly stamped Holmes is not right I'm talking about, bro. I remember Holmes setting somebody up, bro. He got in the car. He drove to go meet a nigga that he sent to go get some guns, but he had guns in the car. Yeah, bro, something wasn't, the whole situation wasn't right, bro. Nah, Rel, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about the gun situation. That whole part right there, him meeting up with the security nigga, that whole shit wasn't right. He got multiple charges, bro. Like, it's multiple charges. He got some flim-flam stuff on his jacket. But that gun situation, bro, he lined that man up. He lined that man up. Is from what I understand, bro. When I was reading that paperwork, because you know back in the day when it first happened, nobody ain't pull the paperwork. I ain't see nobody read the show enough. You know what I mean? Man, when I went and looked, bro, I remember Holmes. The way he did it was policey, y'all, which leads me to believe, just like Rollo, something ain't right off top, because the way you moving is policey. No, you ain't directly tell right here. You line guys up. You put them in vulnerable situations where they gonna get chipped off, and then you make out. That ain't, yeah, that's how T.I. situation look, y'all. When you see the paperwork about him meeting up with the dude, and you read the process of how they got there, where they met at, and all of that, you gonna be like, oh, hell no, this nigga ain't right. It's something about how he met the dude, bro. It's like all the way out of whack, bro. I forget, I don't want to quote it, but it's like the day they met, the way he sent the nigga to go get the guns, he meet up with the dude with guns in the car. He ain't had to meet the dude. Like, it's a lot of stuff, bro, that just don't even add up. Then we talking about a rapper. We talking about a rapper. Now, they want us to believe that yeah, he was caught up in a mix and everything gun-ho. I don't know, to be honest. And that's Atlantic Records. We might want to be careful, too. We might want to be careful, because mysteriously, that boy dropped a goddamn album called Paperwork right after it. I got the album cover on the wall right here, man. I ain't even gonna lie, this boy ought to be ashamed of himself. He dropped the album called Paperwork. Man. Man. Then him and his wife got caught with mad ease and lean. So they think they the plug. What up? They think they the plug. Salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button for me. So what we was talking about, bro, was first we was talking about this new precedent set in I think this is a federal precedent that'll be used in a lot of cases where they can't use music videos to incriminate someone. So just because I was waving a gun in the video, it doesn't mean that I have the propensity to kill someone or murder or use a gun. So technically they can't use that. Now the problem with that is it's people locked up right now for the same thing. So we talking about some other cases could get overturned. Scratch YSL. But due to a lot of the evidence in the YSL case being similar, whether it's lyrics or imagery being used, like say for instance, they already used a whole bunch of Instagram pictures with people doing things that's considered to be violent on Instagram, maybe even brandishing weapons, right? They done already introduced some of these types of things, right? To establish in a RICO case that these boys is violent. So technically, the way this case got overturned, y'all, it was a loose overturning, meaning I'm calling it loose, because The overturning was just on the strength that they introduced this material to make him seem like he was capable of doing the crime. Just a general, and then now he got thrown out and they got to go back to court. This state can't handle this YSL case again. So if this get thrown out, I don't know what to say. Now, if one music video did that in that case, technically in this YSL case, they done already opened the door to. They got a lot. And it might be the fact that they try to incriminate other people during the YSL. See, it might not be no evidence that they directly using against Thug that could get the motherfucking thrown out. I think it could be some of the evidence they're using against some, other people. Does anyone know of any specific evidence they used that's similar? Where it was incriminating, but technically it fits the same precedent? So far. I mean, we've seen most of the evidence. Unless it's something they're going to bring in later. I know one thing. That state can't handle this case again. I don't even think a judge would take it. Let me scratch that. I'm gonna say this county doesn't want this case again. Another county might take it. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's possible. But all right. So the part with them protecting Bing, y'all, and essentially it looked like they've been using Bing, if you ask me, y'all. Like they specifically didn't let Bing roam the streets so they could use him later. Y'all think so? Well, that's reach. When they was in the flying car that day, was that a setup? Yo, was Bing driving? Who in the chat? We ain't got no chat monsters today. We just did today. Golly. Hold on, bro. Stop. Stock market. All right, 808. Yo, Bean said he was driving, right? All right, hold on. Let me get y'all right. See where I'm at. It's suspicion that he knows Robertson now. Who, the police? Kosh. He knew the police. Yeah, see, that's why they took this break, y'all. That's why they took this break. They ain't want us putting all these pieces together, bro. Yo, this part of this trial is crazy. This Bing dude. Bro, the Bing dude, the dead docket, the way they went on this mission. Yo, y'all don't think this mission was fluke? They claiming Thug popped up and hollered the nigga had 22 or 33,000. Like, let's go to the root of this. But who be in the trap? Yo, I be in spots like this. Don't y'all? I like having y'all experience being around the way and you just in a fluke spot around the way and somebody pop up. Y'all heard this mission? Who was at the spot and this mission came through? Bro, hold on. Who jacking the fact? Yeah, Bean, all of them know the dude that got robbed. Everybody know everybody, Kosh. Yeah. Yo, they in the same group of apartments, Kosh, off of Cleveland. Like, we ain't even down the block. Like, we off Cleveland, bro. In the townhouses. Like, we right here. You can't not know niggas. Yo, in them type of environments, yo, you know niggas just from going to the store. Tell me I'm lying. Just from going to the store, you build relationships with people, whether you know their name or not. Tell me I'm lying. Ain't no way the boys ain't know each other. Now, watch the Gotti doc. Bro. The mans came in here and told me to watch it. All right. All right. And I'll learn a lot. Learn about the ways they play with that Rico. Omar, I wish that wasn't so vague, what you just said. I wish that wasn't so vague. Yeah, salute though. Nah, Omar, you here right now. You watched it. We already learned. What did you learn when you watched it? Since you say we if we watch it, we'll learn. No, Omar, you here. Excuse me, you here right now. Tell us. Tell us what you learned. Save us the time, Omar. Summarize it for us. What you doing? I'm asking you to say something pertinent to what I'm talking about right now, Omar, since you're so knowledgeable. Straight up. Because I was talking about a lot. What you just said technically doesn't have anything to do with anything I've been speaking to right now. So, Omar, respectfully, I'm going to ask you to tell me exactly what you referencing that's similar to this YSL case that you seen in that documentary, because I'm calling your bluff right now. I'm calling your bluff right now. You just talking. See, I don't do that, bro. I really put things on point, ask questions, and tell people specifically what I'm talking about. That generic flim-flam you just came in the chat with, that ain't got no value, bro, unless you get in the context. So please, I'm asking you, what's the context of that? You telling us to go watch a doc so we can learn something about the Rico in general, which is vague, when simply you could have just told us the comparison. What you seen that was similar. Like, bro, y'all be funny coming in this chat. Like, who you though? Who you though? It's funny how you chimed in with that though. Nah, ain't no alright. Nah, ain't no alright after I just said all that. No, I'm really asking. Now, like, respectfully, I know my voice sounded a little bit aggressive. My bad. I'm not even being mean or trolly with you, but what you typed technically is trollish. It didn't, you telling us to go look at something else, as in we don't know anything about the Rico. We know what the Rico is. So what are you referencing? And you still ain't say it. And how long did you take? It took you 3 minutes to respond. So you wasted our time. That's a fact. So you owe us money. Man, y'all be funny in the chat. Yo, try again though, bro. When you type in my chat, yo, it gotta make sense, bro. I really read. And I peep that it's a whole bunch of y'all on the internet that talk vaguely. And I think a lot of y'all agents. Straight up. Because people don't like typing. So when people get into typing and they type strategically, taking you down a different road with no explanation, it's like, why? Now, it's different strategies being used to take people off topic. I'm just wondering why. So I think it's the way it's going to go down is the state has enough to make a case, but it's if the Fed picks it up, then you got to work. Bro, Yo took us back to the goddamn theory of the feds picking it up. Yo, do you know how many times, yo, you disrespectful. Omar, respectfully. All right, look, respectfully. All right, I'm gonna say you didn't mean it as a troll. It seems like you wasn't trolling. You really just, I'm gonna give you the credit that you wasn't trolling, right? All right, say less. But, bro, yo, I literally asked that question a million times, Omar. Respectfully. Like we went over it. I literally asked that question a million times. Can the feds pick it up? I asked different people. I asked so many people, I got mixed opinions. But I definitely over asked the question, can the feds pick it up? I asked it a lot, like multiple times, 808. Like, yeah, I kept asking it. I would love to get someone to finalize it, but to be honest, Omar, I mean, if we, I don't do. Can we learn from looking at the Gotti documentary? I don't think the Gotti documentary gonna help us learn about the Rico. I'm gonna keep it real because the reason why I was a little bit let down when you said the Gotti doc is because I watched so many goddamn Gotti docs. They actually confuse you about the Rico, to be honest. 808, I did come to the conclusion at one point that they couldn't. And then you talk to somebody else and then they say they can. So I'm going to keep it real, 808. I'm still in the middle. I don't. We got people that say that you have to cross state lines for the feds to pick it up. But I know niggas that ain't lead a state. It went to the fed. I think, yeah. So, either way, I don't think that damn doc gonna save us. Respectfully, Omar, I wish we could get a confirmation. Was BMF a Rico case? Yes. Yes. All all big money drug joints is Ricos, to be honest. All racketeering. It's the only way you're gonna be able to really confiscate the money and all that, I believe. I think if they don't do that, they can't get into all of the, the good shit. They can't get into the parts that give them the power. It came at them 4 different times. The early shit was bodies though, wasn't it? The early ones was regular local bodies, wasn't it, Omar? So he get accused of a couple bodies. Then that's why they come with the Rico in order because he kept smoking them. Because he ain't actually do the body. They never charged Thug for them silences. You sure? Shit, you sure that's not in the paperwork? Is that raid legit? They got them silences when they went to go get him for the Rico. Bean blanked the state when he did that interview with Steele, and that's why we got that break. You think so, Brian? That's where that come from? Okay, I like your way of thinking. Tap the like button. That's okay. I ain't think of that. So, Brad saying, nah, Brad. They said that's legal. They said that's normal activity, Brad. Tammy, I don't think so. I think tomorrow. Nah, Brad. Nah, that's not true. That's not true, Brad. Nah, I like that, but technically, nah. They not surprised that's normal activity, Brand, from what I understand. That's normal. All lawyers can go talk to witnesses, and that's why I said at one point, yo, that's crazy that I'm charged with a homicide or a RICO, and my lawyer has access to talk to the people that's telling on me before the trial. I said this, nigga, they was trying to say I was crazy. I said, yo, that's crazy. Your lawyer get to pull up on somebody that told on you at his house. Yo, man said he pulled up at his house. Imagine you in the joint and your lawyer say, yeah, I just came back from, remember that dude you was in? Remember that situation with the flying car? Yeah. Nigga like, oh, Bean, where you find yo at? Yeah, I was just at his house out front talking to him with the investigator. What? But they had to know where Bean was at, man. They knew Bean was telling. He cool with Thug father. So imagine somebody your father no told on you. That's crazy. He must have been serving Thug father. Bean and Thug father age ain't close enough. Something ain't right about Bean father. And you mean it's normal, but his story is different from what he has said at first. Oh, what you mean, Brian? How you switch it? Well, what part in the switch creates the problem, you say? It does seem like they have a lot of ways to intercept you into jurisdictions, even if you don't cross state lines. Like using the interstate to transport, for example. These boys ain't no work. Yeah, Cloud, they definitely got some things they could do. So we need to talk to a lawyer. We still ain't got access to talk to a real lawyer that could tell us flat out, bro, can the feds come and scoop this? I think the idea is yes, they can. Will they? No. It's dirty. It's too dirty. Pop's been telling Thug the whole time, Bean a spin, but you can't trust him. What you mean spin? Spend money or spin? Spin the bin. What we talking, man? He got a couple dollars to spend on some stones. He be coming through spending on some stones. Cause you know that's the thing. If your father get high, then his friends is your sales. You get it? Straight up. They your sales automatically. It's like an inheritance. His father is an addict. Who? Bean and his father? Hey, yo, they ain't no homie with the glasses ass for telling. He got up there and kept it gangster a little bit, though. I'm going to keep it real. He told, but he didn't. Like, he did tell because he explained the whole situation for real, but then he holler he ain't see nobody. You know why Thug didn't get charged, right? Inheritance plays. Yes, sir. I've seen it in real life. I was wondering, like, damn, that's all right. Yo, directly connected. Didn't Quinn delete Bean first date? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold. Did Quinn do it? Or Spanish Show did it? Spanish Show and Quinn was together, wasn't it? Tap the like button for me, y'all. Help me get to 100. So, all right, yo, hold on. So Bean not even supposed to be on the streets when they get into this flying car robbery, y'all. Yes. They got into a flying car robbery. Yes, y'all. For 20s. Then Dirty Red killed himself. Hold on, y'all. Dirty Red killed himself and all of this. Hold on. Something ain't right, is it? Something ain't right. I'm telling y'all, something ain't right, y'all. Bean Jacket, young thug getting locked up with a gun 2 days before this 9/11 event. The fact that it happened on 9/11 is crazy. They flying cars on 9/11. It's crazy. Yeah. Yo. Bean was a known dope head in the city. Oh, yeah. An active dope head, huh? A dope head with a gun? He got money. Um, I mean, bro. Nah, he was super telling. He's that boy ain't right. They should have got his ass out of there. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, creative. I know. The streets produce some guys that know how to generate out there. Whether they dope fiends or not, that don't mean they don't know how to get to some money. He never broke. He always got what he looking for. Yeah. Yeah, on these doing these types of missions? Yes, sir. This a fluke mission. He got the white boy play to come through with the Spanish. Yeah. If you got them plays, you going over to the college recruiting fiends. Yeah. He basically was pulled the snow on the bluff.